Well, good morning and welcome to Energy Report of the Day. I'm a little off this morning. We've been full on already this morning, and I just realized it was 9 o'clock, so I ran on here to get going. So today is a get her done day. It is take a nice deep breath and move forward into your best self day. There's all sorts of beautiful stuff going on today. Oh, it did not go live. What is going on here? It's not showing up live. Let's give it a second here. There we go. Ooh, the internet is running slow this morning. Okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So today feels like you're coming up for a breath of fresh air, but not quite finding your footing yet. There's a moment in the sky. Mercury and Mars have pushed through a heavy, foggy stretch, but emotionally things are still catching up. So you may feel that inside yourself, there's an urge, a strong urge to act today, to decide, to move, to do something. But underneath that, there is a bit of uncertainty, sensitivity, and pressure. And that combination, good morning, Darian. And that combination can be tricky. So be careful today of how you move through. As the moon moves into Cancer, everything softens, but everything also deepens. So this emotional, intuitive, home-centered energy, you may feel more like drawn inward, protecting your space, aware of what hasn't been tended to, especially that inner world, your home life. Today is really about looking at your home space where things are. And this is important because today isn't just about action, it's about emotional responsibility. So that's the energy that's coming in. There is a tension point in the sky right now. There's some squares going on. So they can create friction. So you might feel like you're being pulled in different directions, mentally overwhelmed, emotionally reactive, or pressured to move before you're ready. The key thing is to understand is just because something feels urgent doesn't mean it's actually aligned or that it actually is urgent. That feeling is some of the old triggers that are getting awakened in us to make us want to move faster than we actually should. So slow, steady progress. And with Mars being in action today, that really does want to make us move forward. So it's the energy of action, courage, forward motion. And yes, there is a power available to you today. So we do have a little bit more energy available, but this wisdom today is how you use that power. It's not just about having power, it's about how you use it. So not every impulse needs to be followed. Not every emotion has to have some big decision. Not everything has to have a beginning, middle, and end right now, because maybe you're still at the beginning. That's why it doesn't have a middle and an end. Or maybe you're in the middle of it, still trying to find your way through it. Whatever that may be is perfect. Today, there is all sorts of energetics. So, just going to check my things because I know I missed something here. So the moon is in Cancer by midday. The moon settles and it shifts everything inward. So emotion, protective, nostalgic, heart and home focused, really family focused. All of that is really prominent today. That energy is being supported. After the mental and strategic pressure of the last few days, this placement today is about come back to what actually matters. So if you've been running 100 miles an hour in a million directions and stop. Today is the day to come back in and focus, to come back to what really matters, come back to what you've actually, and maybe you got kind of pulled off into a tangent for a moment, and that's okay. You may feel called today to rest, tend your home, check on your loved ones, process emotions you've kind of been pushing aside. Those things are coming up today. But there's also a shadow here. There's a defensiveness, withdrawal, and a reacting from hurt instead of truth. So think about how you are reacting, what is triggering you, what is causing you issue, because that's all about the me, not about the we. So this is not about retreating into the shell of blame. This is about being conscious about how we need to care for ourselves and others going forward. There is, so those squares I was talking about is Neptune. There's a bit of confusion and illusion. Saturn brings in pressure and responsibility, and Mars and Mercury that are here right now is about action and mental urgency. Many people have actually said that this feels a little bit like Mercury's in retrograde because everything feels a little bit rough in how we are trying to communicate moving forward, how we're trying to communicate our best needs. And so many of the old triggers are getting triggered while we're trying to find a new way of being. So nice deep breaths today. Careful with how we get caught up in stuff. So you may feel like you are pulled in multiple directions or feeling emotionally overwhelmed, but mentally active is at the same time. And this is kind of like urgency without clarity. It's the pressure to act before you are ready. There's a risk there. Be careful with that. Acting just to relieve the pressure, doing what needs to be done because you feel that pressure to get things moving. Try not to do that today. I already know that that's happening around here, so we're already being led with the energy. So this can lead you further than you intended to go if you get pushed by that pressure. And then you're going to go 6 steps further than you wanted to. You're not in your pathway of doing what's best for you. So be careful how the energy pushes you to do outside of your comfort of what you were supposed to get done. With Mercury out in front now, it being the one of the prominent energies in this moment, it's trying to bring, good morning, Sierra. Oh, look at both my young babies are on here. Good morning, Joyce. Trying to bring logic and direction, but after the intensity of these last few days, your mind really may feel tired, overworked, uncertain, hyperactive, but not grounded. There's insights available for us right now, but it's requiring us to slow down enough to access it. Not everything needs to be decided today. Matter of fact, I would not be doing a whole lot of deciding of anything today because it is all a little bit. So unless you are really grounded and have good clarity, today's maybe not a day to make all those decisions. Today is really, because we're ruled by Mars, it is the archetype of that warrior. It's drive, courage, initiation, the desire to do something right now. Let's go, move, move, move. Right? So you have that urge to act. You have that, but there's the emotional sensitivity that is also under. So you have to be careful with this. There's a bit of lingering confusion after the last few days. So we're still got a little bit of hangover brain, we'll call it. So the real mastery today is knowing when to act and when to hold. So just because it is an action day doesn't mean every action needs to be taken. And then we have that beautiful energy animal today, which is shark, which is powerful, but also a bit dangerous if unconscious. So we want to use the shark energy to be in instinct, precision, forward movement. Now, even when the shark sleeps, it still continues to move forward. Isn't that cool? The shark never goes backwards. It continues to move in its trajectory of where it was going when it fell asleep. All sorts of exciting things. So the shark medicine really is about asking you to trust your gut, to move decisively. But today's sky adds an important nuance. So not every instinct is clear when emotions are stirred. So there's a difference between true intuition, calm, direct, grounded, and then reactive impulse, which is urgent, emotional, pressured, gotta do it. I need to release this. The bottle's gonna pop. Don't get caught up in that one. That's reactive. We want to be in true intuition, really knowing what's right for us and how to move and where to be aligned and how to go forward. So otherwise, that same power can be overreach or aggression, taking on too much and pushing past your limits. So remember of using this power to move forward in the best ways. Whatever gets in your nose, that's the one thing. But if too many things are getting in your nose, take a step back, get clarity, and then start swimming forward again. We still have that undercurrent of the turtle, right? Slow, steady progress forward, building our muscles so that we can get in the riptide to really move, move, move. Protect your emotional energy. Retreat intentionally, not reactively. We're not wanting to retreat because somebody has bothered us. We want to retreat because we need to integrate and go, nope, not for me. I need to see how this feels before I come back out. So, and then we have that ant, and the ant and the turtle come together. So it's reminding us the turtle is about self. The ant is about community. It's do what is necessary, but not everything at once can be done all at the same time. It's stay organized, taking one step at a time, asking for help. It's slow the impulse and refine the action. It's asking for help when you need it. It's remembering that a handful of people can do more and take on less pressure than one having to do it all. So maybe you need to ask for help and move together as a grouping today. So that's a whole lot today. I know we want to tend our emotional world first, but don't force clarity, let it come. Resist acting just to relieve pressure. Trust your instincts, but question urgency. Take space without isolating or going into blame mode. Focus on the small, necessary steps. Channel your energy into movement. Exercise. Remember, we're still on 30-day reset. Get off your butt. And the energy is great. The snow has melted. The sun is shining. Get outside and get a little bit of vitamin D on your body and fill up your cup with all of that energy from outside. So go outside and maybe go wiggle your butt around and get some of that energy moving. Maybe go for a little walking meditation and just breathe in some good, clean air. It's going to be like plus 15 today here in Manitoba. So get outside, get that fresh air back in your lungs. Do something good for yourself today. Today is really about getting things done, moving your body, doing what's best for you in whatever way that looks like. So today might not feel smooth. It might feel like tension, like almost acting, almost reacting, but those moments of pause, that's where the real wisdom gets built today. So don't get upset about the pauses, really lean into them deeper, lean into them further, really get into that pause moment, because this is where the wisdom is built. This is where that knowledge you've gained, all the things you've done, really start to fall into your body in the best ways. You don't need to be faster today. You need to be aligned. And that in itself will change everything. So anyway, remember, we're looking at big abundant vision and then taking one bold step into ourselves, because the only thing we ever need to worry about is our next best step. And I'll see you again tomorrow for the Energy Report, or I'll see you in 10 minutes for 30-day reset with me, Cassandra B. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.